right? I always want to do better than I did yesterday. I always want to improve. But I am today where I am. I am not a prisoner to where I am today. I'm going to do better. But I'm not ashamed to own up to who I am today, because that is my seed for my tomorrow. I am not going to get to where my tomorrow promises me if I don't hold up to my seed today. Who I am today, talking to you, whether good or bad, is a seed for the greatness that's in front of me tomorrow. You know, I started doing this 4 years ago, right? 2021. And never done this before in my life. As I started doing it, I just entered into it. I just said, just do it. Just do it. Today, I look at some of those videos and I cringe. Oh, I did that. Oh, did I really do that? You know why I do that? Because I grew up as a perfectionist. Anything I do, I try to make sure it's well-rounded, well-rounded, well-rounded. You know, but perfectionism will kill you, because perfectionism is all about impressing people. I'd stop doing that. Today, I'm a recovering perfectionist. I still try to do things excellent, but I am not a slave to the excellence or perfectness that I'm seeking for. When I've done my best, I move forward. When it's time to act, I act. I use what I have at that point of action and I move on. Right? I express my best. I express myself when it's time to act. I am not a slave to what I have not done. I use what I have done. I am not a slave to what I have not done. I use what I have done and I move on to the next level. Right? Those are the ways to win over social anxiety, to win over being able to do public speaking. You have to focus on the fact that you are not here to impress people. You are here to express yourself. You own the stage. While I'm here right now, guess what? Guess which phone I'm using? My phone. I'm using my phone, right? I don't have to force anybody to come watch. People what? People don't what? If it blesses you, if it doesn't bless you, guess what? I'm blessed. Like I say all the time, the first person that's listening to everything I'm saying right now is myself. And if for as long as I'm blessed, I will do this. The first participant here is me. And it's blessing me, it's increasing me. Right? If it blesses other people, fine. If it doesn't bless you, sorry. Sorry for wasting your time. Go watch something else. Don't watch this. This is blessing me. That's why I'm doing it. If it blesses you, fine. If it doesn't, go do something else. But I'm getting better. I'm increasing. I'm learning. I'm winning battles in my life. I'm winning wars in my life. 4 years I've been doing this. My life has not been the same. My life has not been the same. My life is better in every sense of the word better. Whether it be financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually, socially, name it. I have seen increase in my life. I have seen strength in my life. So I really don't care what someone else has to say. Yes, I love to do this better. I love to be a better blessing if there's anything I can do. But that's not the reason why I do this. I do this because it's something that's blessing me, number one. It's something that has a possibility of blessing someone else. Who that someone else is, it's not for me to determine. I'm going to do what's in my heart and make it as best as possible. I come here and I born. I'm a sacrifice and I born. If anyone else that can catch the fire from my burning and it blesses you, you were ordained to be blessed by God through me. Anyone that doesn't get blessed, you were not ordained to be blessed by me. There's someone else or somewhere else where you have your blessing. Go get your blessing there. But the people that God has ordained that will be blessed by these will come. They will get blessed. Their life will be better. Irrespective of me. I'm only an oracle. I'm only a passageway. And I'm going to make that oracle as best as possible. This is not a way to excuse stupidity or slackness or slothfulness. If you know me, you know I put in my best. but I'm not going to be a slave of the audience. I hold the stage, and I'm going to do my best with it. That's the way you overcome social anxiety. You've got to win this game. Life is a game. You got to set yourself up to win. You got to set yourself up to win. Life is a game. It's a war game. You got to set yourself up to win. You need to understand the different elements and how they work together and set it up to win. Set it up to win because you can. You can set up your life to win. You are the master of your faith. You are the captain of your soul. You can set up your life to win. And just a great time to be doing this at the end of the first half of the year. June 30 is the end of the first half of the year, end of the second quarter of the year. You can set up your second half of the year to win. You don't have to be at the mercy of the elements of this life. They are to serve you, not you serve them. They are looking for your command. The elements of this life are looking for your command. They are saying, are we going to win? Do we have a goal? Do we have a target? Is there something we're driving towards? Do we have a destination? What kind of resources do you need? What are you bringing to the table? What do you need to add to what you are bringing to the table to get the result you desire? Do you even have a result you are desiring, you're looking forward to? Or you are just loafing about? Life responds to those who are determined. Life responds to those who are resolute. Life responds to those who choose to take mastery of it, because they were all created to serve us. But they only serve you if you know your place. Your second half of this year must not go to waste. Stand up and leave. Stand up and leave. Let's go on. I'm going to go back to the slide here and we're going to go on. How about help somebody somewhere? All righty. So a sad soul can kill you quicker, far quicker than a gem. When you're sad, sadness can kill. That's why we need to protect our emotional fitness. We need to protect our social fitness. Sadness will kill you. Loneliness will kill you. Loneliness, sadness, they affect you. They affect all the areas of your life. They will affect you physically. They will affect you psychologically. They will affect you spiritually. They will affect you emotionally. They'll kill you. And they probably kill you faster than the germs will, because they are going to eat on your defense mechanism. They will eat on your defense mechanism and make you liable, susceptible to any kind of germ that might be in the environment. Right? So we need to protect our social space. We need to protect our emotional space, right? Loneliness kills. It's as powerful as smoking or alcoholism. The same way smoking will kill you, alcohol will kill you, loneliness will kill you, right? So you need to take charge of your social space, of your emotional space. You need to be socially fit. It will make a difference in your life, both in the longevity of a life and in the width of a life, right? The beauty of